The leak of thousands of offensive messages from a private Telegram group chat among leaders of the Young Republican National Federation, YRNF, including those from the Arizona chapter, has caused a significant political scandal. The controversy exposes a disturbing pattern of racism, anti-Semitism, misogyny, and violent rhetoric within a segment of the GOP's youth wing. Summary and analysis of the controversy. The core of the scandal revolves around nearly 3,000 pages of messages exchanged over 7 months in a Telegram chat titled Restore YR War Room. Leaders from young Republican organizations in New York, Kansas, Vermont, and Arizona participated in the chat, which contained over 250 slurs and a wide array of hateful and violent content. Key elements of the leaked chats include racist and anti-Semitic language. Members frequently use the N-word, referred to black people as monkeys and the watermelon people, and joked about the Holocaust and gas chambers. One prominent member reportedly wrote, "I love Hitler." Misogyny and violence. Messages included jokes about rape, calling it epic, and discussions about driving political opponents to suicide or calling for their sexual assault. Luke Mosiman, the chair of the Arizona Young Republicans, was implicated for allegedly suggesting the rape of a political opponent. White supremacist symbology. The use of coded language like 1488, a well-known neo-Nazi symbol, was present. The leaks, first reported by Politico, brought immediate and widespread condemnation, though reactions within the Republican Party were mixed. The YRNF's board of directors condemned the messages as disgraceful, unbecoming of any Republican, and demanded immediate resignations from all involved. However, Vice President J.D. Vance downplayed the outrage, characterizing it as pearl clutching over kids doing stupid things, a stance that drew further criticism. The Arizona Republican Party also issued a statement condemning the hateful rhetoric and demanding resignations, though the Arizona Young Republicans Federation defended members, calling the report a political witch hunt. Reasons and consequences. The roots of the scandal and its repercussions are multifaceted. Underlying reasons. 1. Normalization of extreme rhetoric. Experts suggest the political climate, particularly with the rise of a more right-wing GOP and the rhetorical style of figures like President Donald Trump, has led to a loosening of political norms. This environment may have fostered a sense of impunity among some young activists, making such hateful talk feel less taboo, especially in a private chat setting. 2. Sense of security in private channels. The members of the Telegram chat felt secure enough to discuss these vile sentiments openly, seemingly aware of the potential fallout. One member reportedly wrote, "If we ever had a leak of this chat, we would be cooked FR. The use of an encrypted adjacent platform like Telegram contributed to this illusion of privacy. 3. Political infighting. Some participants claimed the leak was part of a highly coordinated year-long character assassination, tied to political rivalries within the Young Republicans movement, suggesting the messages were weaponized for internal political gain. Immediate consequences. 4. Job losses and resignations. Several individuals, including the former New York State Young Republicans chair and a Kansas YR vice chair, were either fired from their jobs or removed from political appointments. The Kansas Young Republicans chapter was reportedly shut down. 5. Bipartisan condemnation. Democratic leaders, including Senate Leader Chuck Schumer and Governor Kathy Hochul, condemned the remarks as revolting and vile, demanding strong consequences. Numerous mainstream Republicans also denounced the comments and called for resignations. 6. Damage to party image. The scandal has cast a negative light on the Republican Party's youth wing, lending credence to the argument that a segment of the future GOP leadership harbors extremist views. Predictions and solutions. The controversy's long-term impact on the GOP and its internal structure will depend heavily on the party's subsequent actions. Predictions for the fallout. Internal divisions. The differing responses from national leaders, particularly the contrast between the YRNF's call for resignations and Vice President Vance's dismissal of the issue, suggests the scandal will deepen the ideological rift within the Republican Party regarding the acceptable limits of political discourse and edgy humor. Strained recruitment. The revelations will likely make it more difficult for the Young Republicans movement to recruit moderate or minority members, exacerbating the party's ongoing challenge with diversity and appeal to younger demographics. Continued politicization. Democrats will undoubtedly use the leaked messages in future election cycles to paint a negative picture of the modern GOP's ideology and its incoming leadership. The issue will remain a political talking point. Proposed solutions for the GOP. 1. Zero tolerance enforcement. The National Republican and Young Republican organizations must move beyond mere condemnation and enforce a strict zero-tolerance policy. This means immediately removing and permanently barring any members found to have engaged in or tacitly endorsed such rhetoric. The Kansas GOP's decision to shut down a chapter sets a strong precedent that could be applied where state groups fail to act decisively. 2. Mandatory training and accountability. Implement mandatory, verifiable training on ethical conduct, anti-discrimination, and the dangers of extremist ideologies for all youth leaders and members. Clear accountability structures must be established for reporting and investigating inappropriate behavior. 3. Leadership modeling. Senior GOP figures must unify in their condemnation of the language and reject attempts to downplay or excuse the behavior. Consistent, unequivocal messaging from the top is essential to signal that such rhetoric is not merely unbecoming, but wholly unacceptable and inconsistent with the party's stated values. The controversy provides a critical opportunity for the Republican Party to decisively reject the normalization of hateful and violent rhetoric, particularly among its future leaders. Failure to do so risks alienating key demographics and further associating the party with an extremist fringe. The video below offers commentary and additional context regarding the leaked texts among the young GOP leaders.